Greenville has a lot of very cool forgotten features, and here are 10 features you probably forgot about. But before we hop into this video, please make sure to like button and subscribe, and let me know what videos you want to see next down below in the comments. But yeah, let's get right into this video. Alright guys, and to start off strong, the first forgotten feature I want to go over is actually to do with this R32 Skyline. Now, if you guys know anything about Greenville and are familiar with Nissan in-game, you know this is actually the pre-remodel R32 Skyline. Now you might be wondering, Blubber, what is so important about this pre-remodel car from years ago? Well, if you actually hop in the driver's seat and press G, a very funny sound is going to play. I'm going to play it for you guys. A very cool forgotten feature that most new players actually have no idea about. Whenever I take this car out of roleplay servers and stuff like that, people are so blown away with the sound. But yeah, let's hop on to the next thing. Alright guys, and the next forgotten feature actually has to do with the school over here. So if you guys don't remember, the school's like right behind Cenex and all of that stuff over there, right off Greenville Drive. But if you actually go to the school and then find yourself a classroom, let's go find ourselves a classroom, and then I'll be right back with you guys. Alright guys, so I have found myself a classroom, and if you actually find yourself a classroom, you can walk up to the projector boards and you should be able to play a game. It's not working in this classroom. I'll try a different one. Okay, well chat, originally this forgotten feature was actually supposed to be the Kahoot games you could play at the school, but I guess we actually accidentally found a new feature that this feature doesn't work. So next one it is. Alright guys, and the next forgotten feature actually has to do with the garages to any houses you claim. If you actually go into the garage and peek around the corner, you'll find a bucket where you can grab a sponge, and you can use the sponge to actually clean your car. And yes, this will do exactly the same effect as going through the car wash would do, but you can do this at your own house, which is a very, very cool forgotten feature. Alright, also guys, to throw on another forgotten feature, it's actually appearing on screen right there. There are EV chargers inside of all of the garages of the houses you can own. So I'm going to pull an EV car and demonstrate real quick. Okay, we have our Renault here. We're going to pull it into the garage. And if I just run over to this charger, I can actually charge my car for free. So yeah, very, very sick, cool feature. Let's hop on to the next one. Alright guys, and the next forgotten feature actually has to do with the drag strip over here at the airport. If you drive over to the drag strip over here, oh, my car is losing control, and if you just run over to this purple circle over here, you're actually going to be able to see a very cool thing people often forget about, and that is actually you can see your horsepower and read your horsepower whenever you go on the circle at the drag strip, which is something which is pretty cool, because besides this, you can only see your horsepower in the dealership and when you're customizing your car. So very sick. Alright guys, and the next secrets are actually to do with GVOS. I'm putting two into one because they're both to do with the phones. Basically, first one, get it right out of the way, is these side buttons actually work. So yeah, you can click the side button to turn on and off your phone. And the next one, we're actually going to need a car, so I will be right back. Alrighty guys, we got our VW here. So the next thing is you can actually use navigation to guide you wherever you want to go. Let's do the old Texas down in Hortonville, for example. Oh, hello. Okay, whatever. Let's do the Super Witch there. Okay, so we have our GPS set. Obviously, it's going to show us on our phone. But if you decide to like turn off your phone from your screen and have the dynamic gauges selected and just do this arrow a couple times, you can actually get your map right down on your dashboard, which is something which is actually very, very cool. Alright guys, and next forgotten feature actually has to do with this parking lot area by the Just Buy and where the Starbucks is, and also the dollar store. But if you actually drive off to the side here and go to the store called Greenville Fan Store, you can actually enter this whole building here, which is essentially just a fan store for Greenville, and you can actually buy merch and everything. Like, I can click this. Oh, okay, that one's not working. But here, let's click the okay. I swear, I swear, my private server has to be bugged because none of these are working. But usually you're able to click on these shirts and buy the shirts, but I'm sure there are other ways. But regardless, very, very cool to have a bunch of merch on display in its own store. And yeah, alright guys, and this next forgotten feature, you guys are actually going to absolutely love it, because a lot of you guys were not a fan of the new job application vehicle. I'm very sorry for showing it on screen, but something that is actually very, very cool. If you go to job selection, you can actually choose to be unemployed. Yeah, you can click this right here and be unemployed, which is kind of funny because when you are unemployed, you do not receive any money at all. And it's kind of it's like a funny thing referencing GV3, because back in that version of the game, you could choose to be unemployed. But yeah, I'm now unemployed, but I will not receive any passive income. All right, guys, and for the next forgotten feature, it's actually back to do with GVOS. So we are back on the phone. Apologies, I should have done this earlier. I totally forgot. But you can actually customize your phone quite thoroughly. If you go to settings and then go to theme, you can choose a whole different like combination variety of different backgrounds. For example, let's do rose here. And now when we go back to our home screen, we have the rose theme. But if I go back quickly and choose moonlight, for example, now we have a moonlight theme. So yeah, you can actually customize your phones and stuff. A lot of people forgot about this because unfortunately the customization settings do not transfer server to server. So after this update was new and stuff, people just totally forgot about this feature, and I think it's really cool. All right, guys, and our last forgotten feature is actually to do with this 2022 limited event car from the Halloween update in 2022. So yeah, so this car has been around for a minute, but if you guys know the horror movie Christine or are familiar with this car at all in any capacity, you're probably aware of what this feature is going to be. So let's just hop right in it. Similar to the R32 at the very start of the video, if you press G on your keyboard, something really interesting is going to happen. Now, obviously, let's just start up the car normally. Now let's hit G. And yeah, the entire car becomes engulfed in flames, and it drives around perfectly fine. Everything's fine, but you can literally drive around a car on fire, and it leaves a very cool trail. And yeah, it's absolutely sick. But let's hop on to the outro. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments, and feel free to give me any video ideas and suggestions as well. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.